Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're testing some more new makeup. I feel like I just filmed one of these. I tried some new drugstore makeup not too long ago, but there's just so many new releases, so trying to catch up on all the things. I have new Too Faced, their Cosmic Crush collection. I want to play with this today. I feel like no one is talking about this. New e.l.f., new Pat McGrath, so lots of fun stuff to test today. And today's video is sponsored by Heimish, so I will be using a few of their products as well. This is a K-beauty brand that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of before. If not, I'm going to be sharing some fun stuff with you. So let's go ahead and get into the video. I know a lot of you guys are excited about this palette, so let's go ahead and do the eyes first. So I'm not doing a dedicated video on this one today just because I don't think the hype is super there with this one, but I just want to see how it performs. The packaging on this is a little different than normal. So it actually is cardboard packaging, but it actually kind of opens up like this, and it's like deeper set in there, which is different than what I've seen them do. I don't really like it because I don't feel like it opens and closes very smoothly. Their other cardboard palettes were just kind of like flat. So I don't know, for some reason it feels a little bit cheaper. I don't know if I like it. But yeah, we'll have to see if I like this formula, if it's just as good as their, let's say, Born This Way palette, because that one's also in the cardboard packaging and it's a good palette. This is also supposed to be scented too. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to smell like. Almost like a fruity drink in a way. So let's dive on in here. I'm gonna start with this Mauve Rose in the crease. These shadows do not feel as buttery soft as the Born This Way palette, so I don't know if this is gonna be the same formula. These seem very dry and very powdery, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna build it up as much as we can. In the outer corner, I'm going to use this Blast Off color. It's kind of a shimmery gray, and I'm going to try putting this in my outer corner. I'm using more of a flat kind of brush. It's not really rounded at all, and I'm going to pat this down. It's not giving off much depth, that's for sure. It's pretty light. Let me add in a little bit of this black sparkle called Total Eclipse. And we'll do the same thing, just kind of patting this in, because if I start blending it with the shimmer, I think it's gonna look kind of crazy. But this is definitely helping add some of that depth back in. I'm gonna go back into that gray on a little pointy brush, and I did wet this one, and I'm gonna place this on the lower lash line. And this will add just some more smokiness to the look. I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this Hypernova. It's kind of like a glittery color. I feel like this is gonna be pretty. And I'm gonna place this on the lid. It is a nice shade, I'll say. Definitely something out of the box for Too Faced to do, something duochrome like this. But it's not as creamy, so just be careful with this one. If you're using it with a brush, I feel like it's one that would get fallout literally all over. And even though this one looks really glittery, it's not like a pressed glitter or anything like that. But this is kind of fun for Too Faced. I feel like they haven't really done too much like this kind of a color. Now I am gonna wet my brush and dive into this silver called Moon Glow. And let's place this in this inner portion. That's quite nice, actually. The shimmers, these are nice. The mattes, I'm not that impressed, but these shimmers are beautiful. Going back with my finger into the Hypernova, and I'm just lightly doing one little dip and just blending it across the lid, just so it all meshes together nicely. And then we'll leave that inner corner really bright. All right, so I think that's the look we're gonna go with. These shimmers 100% saved the palette for me, but the mattes just seem so disappointing in this. I don't know what the deal is. Back to the rest of the face, I am gonna go ahead and use this new e.l.f. primer today. So they just came out with this liquid Poreless Putty Primer. You guys probably know that e.l.f. has had their original putty primer that is in the little jar packaging for a while. It's like a dupe for Tatcha. I was kind of surprised to see that they released this because it seems like it's pretty late to the game, you know, because I feel like maybe this is supposed to be similar to the liquid Tatcha Silk Canvas, since the original is a dupe for the Silk Canvas from them, the balm. So yeah, I was kind of surprised to see this, but it says that it's going to give you the same lasting makeup grip and smooth finish of the original with a silky weightless liquid. So I much prefer a liquid. Let's go ahead and apply this all over. My skin is not the best right now. It's my time of the month, so it likes to freak out every time because of hormones. So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this primer with one of my tried and true foundations so I could really see how it performs, but it feels good. I feel like sometimes the original Putty is a little too slippery. This one feels good, and it does feel a little more gripping, which is nice. And then we'll use my favorite Makeup Forever HD Skin. For concealer, I'm going to be using this somewhat newer one from Valentino. It's been out for a couple months now, but it's new to me. The Very Valentino Concealer. It says All Day Light Lasting Covering Concealer, giving all day hydration, long lasting, and light feel. And it's supposed to give a radiant finish. So let's try this one out. I've tried their foundation before, and it's a little too radiant for me. So I'm curious if I will like this. Of course, Valentino has like the most luxurious packaging. I think they have these new blushes that are coming out that look really good too. I think they're liquid blushes. So I'm excited to see those. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead, and I always like to just do a little bit on each of the corners under the eye here. I would definitely say the coverage is medium. I wouldn't say it's a full coverage concealer by any means, and I can see a little bit of a radiance to the skin with this one. I feel like I personally would like just a little bit more, so I'm gonna apply just a little more to add a hint more coverage. I'm just setting with my Givenchy powder here, my favorite under eye powder. So smooth. So it's gonna take a little bit of that radiance away, but your girl has gotta set her under eyes. So if you guys didn't know, Rare Beauty dropped a bunch of new products the other day. I picked everything up, and I have been meaning to do a full face of Rare Beauty, just to kind of share my favorite things, some stuff I don't really like from the brand. But I thought we would do the new eyebrow pencil in today's video, since we're testing all new makeup. It's called the Brow Harmony Precision Pencil. I got the shade Soft Blonde. I feel like Rare Beauty has had a brow product before, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys have tried it. I feel like she has had something, but I'm just gonna go ahead, and I like to draw out just the very bottom of my brow to make a clean line. This is a really creamy pencil, and then I just kind of slowly fill in sparse areas, especially up front. I have quite a bit of sparseness. This is a lot creamier than a lot of other brow pencils that I usually like. I think it's almost too creamy, where it's not really giving the most natural hair-like strokes. Because I feel like now it just kind of looks like everything's filled in. But yeah, I don't like something quite as creamy as this. Some of my favorites are like the Benefit Precisely My Brow, which has like a medium, I would say, consistency. It's not like super hard to work with, but it's not ultra creamy, because now it's just making my brows look really dark. Also, the Give Beauty Hella On Point is one of my faves too. I mean, it just kind of is personal preference. I would say if you like something extra creamy, then pick this up, but it's not really my favorite. Now we're on to mascara. So I'm going to be using this one from Hi Mish. I'm so excited to try this one out. I'm always looking for good no smudge mascaras. I feel like that's been a theme here this summer, because so many mascaras smudge on me in this hot weather. This is their Daylism Smudge Stop Mascara. It's supposed to not clump, not smudge, and it's supposed to be easily washable, which we will test that out as well today. The wand on this one is a little bit curved, so it's really gonna hug the lashes and give a nice lifting effect to keep them curled, and also it is going to give some amazing volume. So let's go ahead and put this on the eyes. So we're just gonna go in, and you see how that curve is just really going to fit right in there and hug those lashes. And I'm just gonna zigzag it up a little bit as I'm working across. I'm actually noticing quite a bit of length, which is nice. It is a more wet formula though. Let's do another coat over here and see what that does. Okay, that's definitely thickening things up a little bit. So that is the lashes. I'm actually quite impressed with that mascara. I feel like the lashes look really good. I don't think I need any falsies today. They look really long and voluminous, and it wasn't messy at all, which is nice because a lot of times I'm always smudging it on my eyes. So we're gonna see how this wears today, and I'll let you guys know if it smudges. And I'm going to show you guys how easily it removes as well. Now, this is not a new product, it's just a new to me product. I recently picked up the LYS No Limits. It's their cream like stick bronzer. I feel like everyone has been raving about this, and I finally picked it up. I actually grabbed this on Credo, I think is how you say beauty. They were having a 20% off sale, and they have a lot of clean brands on there, but they always are running really good sales. Now, I am going to go ahead and try one side. Just kind of sculpting it from the stick. I usually like to use a brush to get the product, but I figured let's try it both ways and see how easily it blends. Okay, so I'm gonna try this side, drawn out like this. It is like so creamy, and we'll blend. That was really easy to blend too, and it's a really nice pigmented cream bronzer. You guys, why did I not try this sooner? This is really good. It might even be better than the Rare Beauty, which is like in my top spot right now. But I like that this one, it like gives you enough pigmentation. A lot of cream bronzers are so natural that I feel like they just start blending away as soon as you start blending them out, which I hate. So it actually applied quite nice like that. Let's try it this way too. I like to dip my brush on it. This is probably, this will get you the most even application. I put a little bit on my hand just so it's not giving you straight pigment right away, and then I blend onto the cheekbones like this. But yeah, this is really good. Time for blush. I have another like stick cream product. Finally gonna try these Pat McGrath ones. I feel like these came out like a month ago. I bought this the day it came out with the eye palette, and I was like, I'm gonna film a total review on these, and then I never got around to it. Sometimes I get in over my head with these new launches and I just can't keep up. So we're finally trying it today. I got one of the Divine Blush Glow Color Balms in Divine Rose. Really cute pink packaging, you guys. Have fun. And this is what it looks like. Let's do a little swatch. These are quite sheer, but that's what it looks like. So for this one, I think I'm also just gonna dab it onto the brush because it looks quite glowy, and I'm worried if it's gonna pick up my foundation. So I got a little bit on here, and let's apply it to the cheeks. I feel like I've heard kind of mixed opinions on these, but I mean, it looks nice on this color especially. And I was worried if it would be too sheer, but I actually think it's applying pretty well. Now that I'm powdering, I can see some of that color is kind of disappearing. So it is a quite natural blush, I would say. I don't know if it would be a top favorite for me. So now we're gonna add a little more glow back. I have been excited to try these. So this also came out from Too Faced with the Cosmic Crush collection. It's the Moon Crush highlighter. I feel like this was supposed to be a really creamy formula. It says it gives a second skin glossy glow for a wet look finish in an easy to use powder formula, and I got the shade Shooting Star. Gorgeous packaging from Too Faced. I love when they do the cute pink packaging. They have the little heart clasp. This is stunning. It does feel like almost like a powder to cream. Not like a cream to powder, but a powder to cream. And then that is what it looks like. Oh wow, yeah. I almost was expecting this, I don't know, did I buy the lightest shade? I thought I bought the lightest shade. I thought it was gonna be more pearly. It has a little bit of gold in there, so it comes off very champagne, but like the formula is beautiful. But yeah, I was expecting more of like a pearlescent finish or like a slight pearly pink undertone to it. so not quite what I was expecting. And we'll finish up with some gloss. I'm hoping I will like this color with our look today. This is one of the new lifter gloss colors from Maybelline. Love this formula, but they came out with this like candy collection, so they have some brighter tones. I'm just gonna line the lips with the Hard Candy Instapout in Perfect Match. And then we'll go ahead and fill in. Usually these are a little more sheer, so I'm hoping it's not gonna be too crazy of a color. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So this is the color Bubblegum. Just offers a little bit of a nice glossy pink. But that is our finished look today. What do you guys think so far? I will be wearing these products a few more hours, and I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts on them. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I remove everything with the Heimish All Clean Balm as well. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, I am back. It's actually been about 5 hours since I first applied this makeup, and I would say we're looking pretty good here. So let's talk about these products real quick. I want to do just a quick overview, starting with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I actually think this did a really good job. I mean, we paired it with the Makeup Forever, and that's a classic go-to for me, and we're like a hint shiny, but not bad at all. You guys have seen I can get real shiny sometimes, and this is really good for me. I still feel like the skin looks nice, nothing has broken up. I think it's gonna be a nice primer. Sometimes the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer can be a little bit too hydrating for me, where I can get a little more oily throughout the day, so this might be an even better option. I do like both of them. Next we have the Too Faced Cosmic Crush palette. This has worn pretty well throughout the day, still looks just as good as when we applied it. I have to say though, I'm a little disappointed in this one. I was expecting more. I think it's over $50 for this palette, which is crazy, and for that price I think you gotta improve a little bit more. First off, the packaging seems cheap. Second off, I just was not impressed with the mattes in here. I feel like ColourPop has better mattes than this. The shimmers though definitely saved it for me, but I mean it still has more going against it than I feel like is good about it. I mean, if it was priced at $35 I'd be a little bit more considerate with this one, but for $50, you can find much better. I would suggest the Anastasia Cosmos palette. This has a consistent quality in my opinion, kind of similar vibe, very ethereal. Maybe the Too Faced is a little bit more wearable. And something even cheaper that has excellent quality is this Odin's Eye Jewels and Gem palette. Just absolutely beautiful shimmers, creamy formula, and pigmented mattes. I just don't think this holds up to the same standards that those palettes do. So for that, I personally think it's a pass. I know a lot of people are Too Faced lovers, but I don't think this is as good as some of the other palettes I have. Like their Italian Spritz palette was incredible. This is somewhat of a disappointment, even though I do love this Moon Glow shimmer. I thought that was stunning. A couple shades and shimmers aren't gonna make the palette worth it for me. The Valentino concealer is holding up quite nice underneath the eyes here. I think it does look flattering. Our concealer hasn't budged a whole lot, and it's not showing any dark circles, and it's not really settling into fine lines. So that's nice that it has that more of a hydrating formula, but I don't know if it would beat out my Natasha Denona concealer. That has been my go-to, and that one's not quite as hydrating as this one. So I do like that one just a little bit more. I think it covers just a bit better and lasts better for me, but I would not say this is bad at all. I do think the Natasha one is cheaper though, so it doesn't beat that, but I still think it's a decent concealer, and I'm going to put it in my collection and use it a few more times for sure. I thought I was going to love the new Rare Beauty brow pencil because I love most of her products, but this one was a miss for me, and it's not a bad product again, but it just doesn't hold up to some of my favorites like from Benefit and Give Beauty. It just needs a little more tug to it. It's too creamy, which I don't really care for in a brow pencil. The Heimish mascara has held up really well for us. There is absolutely zero smudging, no flaking, anything like that. I think it's wearing very well, and I love how it made the lashes look. So this is definitely a winner. Another winner is this LYS Cream Contour Stick. So good, you guys. Why did I not try this sooner? I really should have when it was going viral for quite a while. I'm just late to the game on this, but it is excellent. You get great pigmentation with this one, and it blends out beautifully. It's definitely going to be in like my top 5 cream bronzers of all time. Now this Pat McGrath blush stick, where did it go? I feel like it's pretty much disappeared. Like, where is it? It's not even on the face anymore. I did think the formula was okay putting it on. It was a little bit glowy for me, but now that it's disappeared, this is gonna be a pass for me. I have so much better in my collection for cream blush. So if you want something a little more glowy that lasts a little bit longer, I would say the Makeup by Mario is a good choice. This Too Faced highlighter is beautiful. I absolutely love this formula. I love that it's like a powder formula and then it melts into a cream. It's so pretty. It's a little pricey though. I think it's in the $30 range. You do get very beautiful, sturdy packaging though. I do love the whole design of it. I think it's an excellent highlighter and I'm excited to add it back into my collection. I just wish it was a little bit of a different color, but I mean, the highlight has stayed on and it's very beaming and easy to apply, so it's a win in my book. Definitely check out these new Maybelline gloss colors as well. I think it's called the Candy Shop collection. It's so cute. I love that they came out with some brighter colors that do give just a hint of tint to the lips. I think it's so pretty and they have such a good formula that's really smooth, glossy, non-sticky. If you like the lifter glosses, definitely check out these new colors. Now it's time to take this makeup off and I'm going to show you guys how I remove everything, even this non-budge mascara, using the Heimish All Clean Balm. So I love using a cleansing balm to get rid of all the makeup on the face. I feel like it's the best product for that and it's gentle on the skin. So this does everything for you, getting your makeup off and cleansing in one step. So you'll see the texture. It starts out like a balm. You're gonna dip your fingers in, don't use any water yet, and just smear a little bit of this onto the face. You'll literally see your makeup just melting off and the formula is gonna kind of turn into an oil as it melts onto the skin. So it's gonna get rid of all that makeup as well as really cleanse your pores, get in there and get rid of any dirt, grime, excess oil, all that. Then once you're ready to rinse, you're gonna go ahead and rinse with warm water. You'll notice it kind of turns into a milky consistency and it's gonna rinse completely clean. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and apply an eye cream. I'm using the Marine Care eye cream from Heimish and it's gonna help with skin elasticity, wrinkles, gonna moisturize the area and brighten. And now our skin is all refreshed and we're ready for the evening. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.